Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I was just about to say I have Sneezer, and then I saw what my opponent did, and my heart sank because immediately I could see that Sneezer didn't play because IR is no good. Pix takes Y, and that's not going to help me. Now, let's contemplate the I. The P as well, possibly. What about an I-Z-E ending word? Enterize. Erinize, verinize, marinize, retinize. Or what about an I-E-R ending word? Something like sneezier. That looks okay. Oh. Sneezier 467. I draw a Q, a F and a H. I'd be looking to get rid of the Q ASAP, but on the board currently as it stands, I'm not seeing a spot. I have fresh on my rack. Nothing for going at the end of picks, but I do have an S for axes or an S for zars. Same difference. Now my Q still doesn't play. What about fresh here? For 38, that looks okay. Still no hopeful way of getting rid of the Q. Perhaps I'll just have to hang on to it for another turn. Okay, I have Mane on my rack, MANEH. Does that play anywhere? It does here. For 28. A beam. This Q has become a real bane. Can I get rid of the Q? No T to play on, and I've got nothing for going above DA, which is a shame. But I do have Well, what do I have? I have BAM here. Why not beam? Yeah, I'll go with beam. 38. Finally, I have trank, but do I have a place for it? Not that I can see. Trank. I wonder, I think you can spell it both ways. Finally, I can play my Q. No way to play it onto the L and nothing from the B. Cat looks fine here. That's 27. 33. Brank. Actually, I don't know about Brank. I'm going with cat. Pronker. Not sure about that. Pronk is good. And plonker, but I don't know about pronker. Prober is fine. Nurk. Nurk looks actually quite nice here for 30. Opens the board right up. What about Penk looks okay as well. 34. It gives less back to opponent. Grounder through an E. Ground. Okay. Grounder and reground. But is there a gerund plus an O? Yeah, reground. I don't think there's a 9 timer here. Now, I think it might take a P, but the P's are gone. Pre-ground. And there's a blank, so not sure. Now, I have the out prefix, so out balls, not good. Ball outs, nope, that's gone anyway. What is available on this rack? T. Out stall. Can you outstall? I think you can. No, you can't outstall. Call outs from a C. What about just love? Yeah, that looks like a decent rack leaf. Now, Z and J are gone, so this O not as dangerous as it otherwise would be. I'm going with love for 16. Okay, this looks alright. Oleates. Does that have an anagram? It does currently play above the D. Penk, I don't know if Penk takes anything apart from an S. Does the T... Oh, I thought he had taken my spot, but iotas is fine, so I will be bingoing. Early eights almost plays across the top. But I think this is as good a spot as any because it takes out this hot spot under iota. So early eights for 71. Unless, I was just thinking if there's a play from the T, but no, this is probably better for taking out that lane and the hot spot. I draw the ing ending. Coating, no, it doesn't sound. Koi under jaw. Cotinga. Not quite. Okay, my Y plays here, but it also plays above the O. Just looking if I can get a play across onto the double word. Nine in the bag. I'll just go with 28 for Oi. Dicting. Not sure about that. Edict. Dicing. Dicting. Citing. Not many bingo lanes available. Okay, opponent playing ting. Citing here looks okay. Oh! Citing for 37. That looks like a good rack. Does it make anything? Strandy? No. Satire. Satired if the N was a E. 10 yards through an A. Maybe opponent will play an A onto this trip. That'd be handy. I'll go out with... Oh, he can't because... Well, he might have a bingo here. Didn't even look at the last tiles before playing citing. Yates. 39. Rind is good. R-Y-N-D. Doherty through the O. 27. Actually, that E looks like it helps this rack. There might actually be a bingo here. It would be an impressive overlap if there was one. But never give up. ST is usually a good starting point. Strained. Strayed actually works quite nicely here. For 41. I think trained is good as well. Trayned, or is it tyrand? Tyrand, is that double N or tyrand? Tyrand, dentary, and tyrand might be good. Just not seeing. I think it does make an 8 through that E, but I just can't see it. Dentary plus. Okay, opponent has provided an I. Not an A for 10 yards. Scranty, no. Just hard with the C. I mean, the synergy's there, but the flexibility with the one vowel just makes it hard. The I, a word ending in TY maybe. I've got the dis prefix. Dysentery, not quite. Tridorns, no. 10 yards, no good. Intraders. The Y would need to be an A. No, just not seeing it. Tyrannids. No. Just not seeing it. Tyrant. 41. We'll have to see what we missed there. And opponent goes out with go. So final score 511, 340. And let's have a look at what we missed. Examine. Back to the beginning. Pix was best. Or actually, Ixia had a better rack leave. Slightly lower score, but very similar equity for opponent. I had Sneesia for 67. Energize was the other one. I knew there was an IZE ending word, but Sneesia was spotted. So Jaw was 26. Good rack leave. Opponent went with Axe. Fresh seems best for 38 from this rack. And then Jaws for 39 for opponent. He through the R and making saxes. He went with Jaw down the bottom. Mane for 28, but Mane for 32 at E5. A fresh. Okay, very nice. MANEH. 32 there. And I played it at 3C. getting the H doubled, so not far off the top there. Doff for 33, opponent's best. Beam for 38, but Amber for 45. Look at that. 4B. Getting Amber. Very nice. And QA is not a bad rack leave considering the starting point. You just have to pick up a T or an I, D. You're on your way to getting rid of the Z. So not far off though. Beam. And then Wali or Whale, 26. Opponent went with that, got that front hook for fresh. Brank, I did contemplate for 33. QRT, not a great leave. I just thought get rid of Cat. But look at that rack leave. Yeah. Brank might have been better, and it takes out a hot spot. Anyway, did what I did. Nautilus, very nice for 68 from the N of Sneesia. Opponent went with Ulu to balance. Broken for 36 from the B. Surprised I never saw that one actually. 36, but I did score 34 for Penk. So not far behind the pace. Stative for 75, opponent had here from N4, that was Penk's, or C9, which was ST there, Stative. Very nice. And reground was fine for 86. Bode for 33 seems okay. Solutil, wow. It's only vaguely familiar. Solutil, I think I've seen it many moons ago, but just couldn't. Even now, when I look at it, the familiarity is just very marginal. I'll have to study those again. Not exactly high probability with the 2 L's and the U, but not far down the probability list either. So that was a miss. Although Love did really sort the rack out nicely. Opponent swamped with vowels. Oi for 16. He went with Iota. Got rid of a few, and then that gave me early 8s. Well, I had early 8s above the D anyway, but luckily I wasn't denied a spot to play it. And then EO for 13 was opponents. He could have got Vitro for 24 through the T at 12A. Through that one, getting the V doubled. That would have been nice. In vitro. Coating for 37. This was actually the play. I played here, I think, on my next rack. But what did I do on this one? I scored fairly well, 28 there. But yeah, coating slightly better. Voice for 30. Through the O for opponent, he went with Via, and cited for 35, or citing for 37. That is actually quite a nice rack leave, but I just guess I was looking for maximum points. And opponent had a nice rack but no bingo. Caber at 13i. That's nice. Cod and Caber through the E, although that was burning the blank. Tyrant for 41, Strayed for 41. That seems fine. And then Go was the end of the game. So pretty good game all in all. Hope you enjoyed watching that, and I will see you next time.